With a message for my people.
Nick Dad, baby. We the new label.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, son.
Now this the black sheep, sticking it to him. I need a crib like I'm Gatsby.
I need it.
In hand, just understand my
Pockets that deep.
with nothing to prove. I ain't got nothing to do. And they can't compete, and I got nothing to lose. You see, they told me
Yes.
Along there.
Back in studio.
That
It's the
indeed.
boys. Veterans Minimum, the #1 sports betting vibe on the internet. Make sure you are a subscriber, a follower, commenter, resharer,
Correct.
Patreon
DMer.
member,
DMer. We don't have a
everything,
DM.
yo. Holler at us at Veterans Minimum. Thank you all for the support. Thank you all for watching and consuming the content. We have a fun episode planned. It's the People's Podcast. George, how are you doing? How are you looking? Very interesting shirt choice.
Yeah. So I never shop on TikTok Shop, but I saw this. It was with a sick video montage of, you know, the 45th and the 47th saying, "It is now the Gulf of America." And yeah, bro, I think it's a perfect summer shirt. And by the way, because I've been getting a lot of shit from the significant other for this shirt. She's like, "You're never wearing it out in public." You're like, I don't know what the fuck you're thinking of buying something like this. And I mean, it's all jokes. It's nothing like our household is not like divided like the country is, or how people would like to think the country is. But bro, I mean, I'm a fan of geography and it's changed on Google Earth. So if it's changed on Google Earth and I'm a fan of geography, I don't see what's wrong with what I'm wearing right now. And yeah, it was the best $12 I've ever spent.
Yeah, I laugh because so in New York City, it's been 5 years since the pandemic.
Mhm.
Ironically enough, on my birthday, it was when shit really hit the fan, March 11th. So every time it's my birthday, not only do I get happy birthday wishes, I also get reminders that 5 years ago today, a global pandemic hit. So I'm synonymous with history. I always knew that I was a historic type of guy.
Nice.
But now it'll always be remembered, right? So the reason why I say that is because during that time, I had pitched this idea of if you came in last in our fantasy league, you had to wear a MAGA hat through Brooklyn. Now, Brooklyn is super fucking liberal, and they'll it's bad. It's very bad, polarizing. New York City as a whole, New York State is very liberal and blue.
Right.
And our friends were just like, "Nah, we can't do that."
Bro.
We're trying to be safe, bro. It's just too chaotic and too crazy.
Fantasy turns into a suicide mission, dude.
Bro, pretty much. I mean, dude,
damn.
during this past election, I was wearing the red Dipset hat. And it was the Monday before the election, because I think I wore it on the show.
100%.
I wore it on the show, and I'm walking through the casino, and mad people are just like, "Yeah, bro," fist pumping me and shit. I have my headphones on, I'm not paying attention. Then I come over here to the door, and I'm trying to scan the key to come in, and the guy goes, "Dude, big day tomorrow for us." I was like, "What?" I take the thing off. He's like, "Big day tomorrow." And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know." He's like, "It's the election, bro, MAGA." I'm like, "Yo, it's a Dipset hat." And then I was telling Cam when he came in, he's like, "Bro, you gotta read the room, bro." He's like, "You gotta read the room, bro."
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah,
I mean,
New York was an interesting place, bro.
yeah, no, I've heard the stories. This where it kind of all went super crazy. Do you think it's changed a little bit though since the assassination attempt? That's what I've heard. It's
I haven't been in New York that often to know.
it changed a little.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I haven't been in New York. I'll be in New York in 2 months. I'll be there for about 2 weeks. That'll be the longest that I'll be back home since I moved out here. So I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, I wouldn't have the answer to that. I don't know.
I just test it out. Why don't you go down? That's your piece of content while you're down there. Is I'm gonna walk down the streets in Brooklyn with a MAGA hat. Yeah.
Yo, it was mad funny. Last thing I'll say on this is I saw a funny ass meme once because New York City has gotten very gentrified over the last couple of years, and the craziest neighborhoods in Brooklyn and in Harlem used to be very black. Now it's everybody looked like me over there. It's like, it has changed, bro. And there was a funny meme that was like, yo, Biggie Smalls would be rolling over his grave if he saw what Brooklyn has turned into. So yeah, it's just funny to see that shit. I really, everyone knows my stance. I've never voted. I don't care. I like finding humor and everything. And I like outrage, so I'm excited to see what kind of comments you're going to get for your choice in apparel.
Bro, you know, here's the crazy thing is like, as I left here to go to the bathroom, and it was like the first time that I'm walking out in public with this shirt, I was like looking at people and I was seeing, here's the thing, nobody gives a fuck. And like, it's just that psychological game that you play in your head where like everyone's watching me. Nobody cares.
Well, bro, it was funny. One time they showed Donald Trump on the TV, and I was telling some of the guys in the studio, I'm like, yo, it's crazy. They never mentioned that he's a WWE Hall of Famer, and that's so ludicrous to me. Just like looking around.
Oh, it's funny.
People's Podcast. Oh, no, actually, hold on. Because one of the questions we got had to do with the White House. And this is definitely the most politics we've ever spoke about. But one of the questions had to do with Conor McGregor. Yeah. And it was, Nick, thoughts on Conor McGregor, and do you think he's ever going to fight again? You texted me earlier today and was like, bro, what the fuck is Conor doing at the White House?
Yes.
So
it was trending.
Elaborate.
It was top trending on Twitter. Yeah, Conor McGregor is with, I think, the White House press secretary or whatever, and he had the opportunity to have questions asked to him at the White House, like where, you know, the main media shit happens and all the big time interviews that you see. It's just, I don't understand this anymore. Like, is it that politics wants to be sports is what I was really wanting to bring up on the show to you, because that was on nobody's bingo card. That was the most out of left field thing that you could have ever seen. He's there for St. Patrick's Day talking about the Irish people. And it's just like, it's random. It's the only person that I could ever remember being like, he definitely would never, ever be at the White House speaking. He's like on the list of like Antonio Brown.
Who also was at a rally.
Yeah, Dennis Rodman. Like, I don't think would ever do that, even though he's somewhat political. But he was in the small group, and then it happens, and I'm like, what is happening? Thoughts?
So what's your question exactly?
My thoughts are, or my question is, did you ever think Conor McGregor would be in the White House giving a speech or answering questions?
No, I don't think, I never saw that as a possibility, Conor McGregor being at the White House. In regards to politics and sports, me personally, I have never understood the outrage over people endorsing someone. Like, I've never bought anything because a celebrity had it. I mean, right. Yeah, I buy sneakers and shit like MJ. Okay, fine. Apparel. But like, it's never been like, if this person tells you to go do something. I'm the type of guy, bro, that if you tell me, yo, dude, you got to listen to this new song from Drake, who's my favorite artist. You're like, bro, his new song that came out, you'll love it. I'll be like, George, I'm gonna get to it. If I see you Wednesday and you're like, yo, did you listen to the song? George, I'll get to it. You know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to listen to that song. I'm just not going to do it. Like, don't tell me twice. I'm not going to do it. That's just how I've always been.
Right.
I'm an adult.
Right. Don't
tell me what I have to do.
Correct.
So I've never gotten behind or like cared when people are like, dude, this athlete endorsed this politician, or how dare does, Nick, we talked about Nick Bosa a couple episodes ago. He had on Sunday Night Football, he had a MAGA hat and people went crazy. I'm like, bro, who cares? Who cares?
Yeah.
There's people that endorse the other side. Who cares? Like, to me personally, it's never been an issue for me. Conor McGregor now, a guy that's not living in the U.S., coming to talk to the president and being at the White House. Random. 2025 is on fire. Hysterical on fire, right? My question to you that kind of ties, because like Conor McGregor is doing a lot of side quests.
Yeah.
Dude is everywhere but the MMA Octagon.
Correct.
What are your thoughts on Conor McGregor and just people like Conor McGregor who dedicated their life to something, got to the mountaintop, became a super global fucking megastar, cashed in, and now he's doing everything he's doing. That's no longer the main thing for him.
Right.
Now, look, I'm not endorsing the allegations and punching the old man at the bar. I'm not saying that. My question to you is, what is wrong with what he's doing in the sense of, man, I dedicated my life to martial arts. I did what everyone wants to do, cash in. My net worth at the time, according to Forbes, is $200 million.
Right.
This is as of February 25th, 2025, per Forbes. Why does he get the hate that he gets? What do you think it is?
Well, because he can't keep teasing us with the fight. Like, that's the main thing. He's got to, like, retire now. There can't be this prolonged, oh my gosh, is it going to happen? Is he going to come back? Does he have something set right now? I don't even know. Like, it was supposed to be him and Chandler, and then
he got hurt, pulled out the fight. He got hurt,
but wasn't it also at the same time that they were getting off of USADA or something? Or like there was something he didn't have a long enough time to be able to be in their like drug testing protocol to be able to fight. So like, it's just this whole hoopla. And that's why we're upset. But I don't think it's like we're upset anymore. I think it's just like we know that's his personality and who he is. So we're used to it now. And as long as he keeps doing side quests, I don't know what else you can do aside from, talking at the White House that would be like supersede that. I mean, that's pretty crazy. He wasn't even expecting it, by the way. Like, it was kind of just thrown on him. But the thing that I wanted to ask you, or unless you wanted to come back on that, did you want to answer the question that you asked me?
Yeah, it's from a fighting standpoint, right? He's going to be 37 in July.
Correct.
It's done, bro. It's done. The run that he went on is iconic, all time, became the biggest star that the sport has ever seen. He outgrew the promotion. He outgrew the sport. It's a handful of athletes that do that in the history of sports. Tyson, Messi and Ronaldo, MJ, maybe Serena Williams, right? Like Gretzky. A small list of guys that like surpassed the sport.
Right.
And to me, my whole thing, whenever I have conversations with people about Conor McGregor, I'm like, bro, what more you want him to do? I don't want him to do all this crazy shit he's doing and being accused of and all these allegations around him. I'm not co-signing that. I'm saying as far as fighting, he don't need to fight no more. He did what he was supposed to do. I tell you this all the time. I have a number in my head. Once I hit that, I'm not editing no more. I'm not doing nothing. Once I hit that number, I'm cashing out. I'm bouncing. It's going to be complete cold turkey. Guys are going to wake up one day and you're going to look me up on Instagram and social and it is gone. It is gone. I'll be somewhere in like Medellin or in Rio and I'll be chilling. Operation James Rodriguez and Neymar cooking up. I'm out. And I really mean that. People that have my number, people that have my number, they'll be able to get in touch with me. But as far as social media, I'm out. I have that number in my head and I feel like I'm closer to it now than ever before. But once that happens, bro, I don't want to do this forever. And that's what I think guys like Conor McGregor and some of these athletes that do retire young, maybe they lose the love for it.
Mm-hmm.
And once you hit that mountaintop and you've achieved everything your heart desired and more, what more is there to do in regards to your craft?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to
another
defend.
Fat fucking payday. Like, and I know
Conor.
he's fine, but like he's due. And no matter whenever he wants to flip the switch one last time, he's in for, I would say, north of 100 million.
And that's the other thing that I say. The next time we get Conor McGregor back, I think it's going to be the last, Conor is fighting moment. I've been saying this from when he got hurt. Because he would have to win in order for us to, he would have to win that next fight in order for us to have that aura and excitement around him.
Mm-hmm.
But going into the next time that they do announce it, it's 1.3 million pay-per-view buys, and people are going to be excited for it. But he has to win.
Mm-hmm.
He has to win. So, yeah, it was just a random thing I didn't see on the bingo card this year that Donald Trump and Conor McGregor would be having a conversation in the White House.
Just chopping it up, bro. Just two bros
Just
trying
two
to figure
bros
out the world.
Chilling. Two
Yeah.
bros chilling. This question comes from Laura. Shouts to Laura in the Discord, one of the 22 percenters. If you can name a new award or an existing award after a player, what would it be? Example for context. MLB naming the best offensive player the Hank Aaron Award.
Yeah, and this is gonna sound like, you know, I'm trying to make up for my Jimmy Butler slander from the last episode, but let's create the Dog Award and let's name it after Jimmy Butler. The Jimmy Butler Dog Award. To qualify for this, you have to have numbers well below the top of the NBA, but it's voted on by the league. Which players it covers. People in the running for it this year: John Morant, Anthony Edwards. But they're almost producing too much. You know, you're almost looking for like a Draymond Green type style player. But the Dog Award is what I would come up with. I'm gonna come up with one for football too. I just, that's the first one that came to my mind. What about you?
I had a funny one.
Okay.
The Debunking Stereotype Award. In the NFL, it only goes to a white dude that completely checks all the boxes for being a white guy.
Wow.
Like the high motor,
Yep.
quicker than he tested,
Mm-hmm.
high IQ,
Who's it named after?
freak
though?
athlete, the Cooper DeJean Award, baby.
Bro,
That's
I mean,
what I'm
I thought you were
saying.
gonna name it after
Yeah.
Edelman.
Ooh, Edelman's a good one too.
Or it could
Edelman
be
played DB also.
Wes Welker.
Nah, but we got to do
Yeah.
it with the guy that did.
Cooper DeJean would have won it this year, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but
and
I think
that's
it's
why
been
we
established.
we reveal it going into next year.
Got
It's
it.
the Cooper DeJean Award. It goes to the best white guy in the NFL that year.
That's genius. No, I really do think that can catch some traction.
First of his kind, bro. First of his kind. We could call it the Cracker of the Year Award.
Yeah, I was
too.
about to say,
The
dude.
Cracker of the Year, but you know, Antonio Brown has that. But a serious one, I think a cool one would be the Super Bowl trophy. You know how it's the Lombardi,
Mm-hmm.
the Brady.
Yeah. I think if you've won the amount of championships that is the most, it's your trophy now.
Yeah. And you've won more as a solo act, as a player, than any team has.
Very
the
true.
Steelers have won 6, but and the Pats have won 6, but he's won 7. So the Tom Brady Award, the Tom Brady Trophy.
That, yeah. No, that's a good one, bro. This has really got my brain moving, because you have to think of a facet of the game and then a player that resonates with it. And I am just like, I'm a little stuck. Do you have another one on top of your head that you can go to on this?
Well, I was gonna go international and go into soccer and call it the Messi for the Ballon d'Or, and then Cristiano Ronaldo fans would be like the Cristiano.
Okay.
So like that could be something where them two like literally won it. I think every year, like one of them two won it for like 15 of 16 years or something outrageous.
Right. Dude, okay. We could do, what's a play on the Walter Payton Man of the Year for like a person who is just so not the man. Like the
like a piece of shit.
Deshaun Watson.
The Deshaun Watson Award.
I would actually call it the Aaron Hernandez Award. Deshaun Watson is a multiple time winner of this award. But yeah, the Aaron Hernandez Award. Could also call it the Ray Lewis Award. Allegedly, we could be going that far back. Yeah,
that's. I mean, it's a good one in the sense of the name. It's not a good one as an accolade.
correct.
But-
You're not
but
a
yeah,
man
that
of
would
the
be,
year.
You would not want to win that.
Correct. It's
But
the
we do something similar where we call it the legend of the year. Like, like in VM lingo, a legend is like, that guy's a legend, bro. It's like, no, it's not the same.
So we'll call it Legend of the Year
Yeah.
by Deshaun Watson or by Aaron Hernandez. Yeah, I like that one. Can we think of one for baseball? Just like the strikeout. I don't even know who the strikeout leader was last year or whatever.
Bro, I feel like something got to be named after Ohtani.
That's a
Bro,
very good
every
point.
time I see an Ohtani highlight, it's like first player since before World War II to do this. It's like, bro, it's been like 80 years. And this guy's just doing everything. Ohtani, yeah, he's the favorite to win the National League MVP again this year. And just like, bro, what he does, he steals bases, hits fucking bombs, can pitch,
Yeah.
right? D-Gens. Ooh, how
best
about
one.
that? The D-Gen of the Year award. It
Like-
goes to the athlete that gets
Popped for the
most
most.
for the most bets placed.
Correct. Most bets placed or amount of.
Nah, I think
Money
it's like,
spent.
it's like, bro, there was stories about like Phil Mickelson would
Oh my God.
super crazy D-Gen.
Yeah.
Right. But like Terry Rozier is being investigated.
Mm-hmm.
Got a couple guys in college. Obviously, we've had the soccer player Ivan Toney, who now plays in Saudi Arabia. He was betting on himself to score goals. Kind of fuck with that.
Yeah.
If you're betting in favor of you playing well, I'm cool with it.
That's got you.
But if you're betting on yourself to
Yeah.
get red cards, I'm like, you're hurting your team. Boxers, MMA guys, they do it because it's sanctioned under different rules and it's not a team element.
Mhm.
It's like you're really only hurting yourself, and in some cases you are physically hurting yourself. But you see it all the time. Like Ryan Garcia put the money up on himself, and even though that got overturned with the Devin Haney thing, he still cashed out. Sportsbooks can't be like, hey man, we need that money back. He'd be like, peace, you ain't getting that shit back.
Yep.
So Jonte Porter, he was betting on unders. You're betting on yourself to play like shit. That I'm not cool with. But if a guy is like, I made 150 bets this year. What were your bets on? For me to hit a home run. I'm cool with that.
Probably plus money, huh?
Probably, yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
some of the
Good.
anytime home runs are like plus 300, plus 4. It's hard. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard. A guy hits 50 home runs on average. Maybe say he has 5 games where he hits multiples. You're talking about like 75% of your games you're not hitting home runs.
That's insane.
So you do get some like crazy numbers on that. But yeah, man, I'm in favor. If you bet on your sport and it's in favor of you playing well,
mm-hmm.
I'll let you slide. If I was like the judge, jury, and executioner of punishing these athletes for betting, I'd be like, George, what did you bet on?
I bet on myself. You know, is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I'm
me?
asking. Like, if you were being sentenced right now, we're in the court, and I'm like, George Carmona, you're the superstar for the new Las Vegas basketball team. You're being charged with betting on. What did you bet on? You have 150 placed bets this year. What'd you bet on?
I bet on my overs. I bet on a couple of futures for me to win MVP, us to win the division. I have a couple of fantasy booking. Have you ever heard of Celtics versus everybody?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I was doing. So instead of it being the Celtics, it's us, the new Las Vegas, whatever the fuck will be called. Las Vegas Americas or something. And yeah, I just picked us to play every other team in the East.
So you never bet on under 8.5 rebounds.
There's an under button.
My type of guy.
See, bro, like I wouldn't even, what are you talking about?
Case
Under?
dismissed, ladies and gentlemen. Don't fucking waste my time with this bullshit. Guy is pro performance. That's what I would say.
Genius.
And if an athlete bets on himself and it's pro, like that was the thing with Pete Rose. Apparently he was betting on like the Reds to win, him to get hits, Maybe not the hits. I don't know what the prop market was in the 70s.
No, and I think it was a lot when he was a manager and he was
Yeah.
betting on his team as he was the manager of the Reds, and he was,
That's why he was fired up when he's yelling at players like, what the fuck, man?
bro, literally.
Off speed on 0-2 counts. What are we doing? Hanging a fastball.
3-0, we don't swing.
Yeah.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Come on, fellas.
There's one other award that I know you can help me out with. Fighters in the UFC that take late notice fights and continuously lose. I feel like this happens every year. Like where a fighter just gets into the cycle of, oh, somebody dropped out and I take it short notice. We call it the short notice award.
I think you would have to name that after Dan Ige.
Okay.
Remember International Fight Week last year? He took the fight on like 4 hours notice. A dude was in Vegas and he fought Diego Lopez, who's fighting for the title, interim title next month in
Jesus
Miami.
Christ.
But you would have to name that after Dan Ige. It's like, bro, that's the ultimate short notice.
Yeah, dude.
Yo, catch weight.
Crazy.
Don't even worry about the weight, bro. We hit you up 4 hours ago. Like that, it would have to be named the Dan Ige Award.
Okay.
A
I knew you'd be able to help me out with
a
this.
fighter that takes a fight on short notice, and even if he loses, you're like, yo, bro, you're a fucking gangster. You are a fucking G.
Ige.
It's the Dan Ige Award.
He's the Ige.
100% the Dan Ige Award. One more question. I think we're gonna spend some time on this one, and people like when they hear these kind of questions from us. George, this is from Arabia. Shouts to Arabia. Hope you're doing better.
Yes.
A personal life goal, a show goal,
Mm-hmm.
and a craft/content goal that you have for yourself.
Ooh, okay. Personal life goal that will be happening in the next couple of years is getting a new car. So that's going to be like, I'm still rocking with a car, Nick, that doesn't have like, it doesn't have a tablet in the middle. I feel like all cars now have like a tablet or some sort of screen in the middle. You get into my car, bro, I got the old school, the two knobs that just fucking AM in the volume, brother. That's all I got in there. So I'm rocking with that. And so I know that that's going to be coming up. That'll be a big life goal for me. Aside from that, dude, is it crazy to say that I'm feeling the kid pressure? I know. It's just like Austin, a good friend of ours, is having a kid, and
Austin,
Jory's having a kid.
congrats on the sex, brother.
Jory,
Even though you've
congrats
already
on the
had a
sex.
kid before. Yeah, that's usually what I tell people. When they tell me that they got either married or having a kid, I'm like, buddy, congrats on the sex, man. Confirmed, not a virgin.
You're good at it, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's another thing that I know in the next 5 years, bro, it's got to happen. It's got to happen, you know? I feel like I'm ready for it. It's like a weird like phase where I'm like, you know what? I think if it happened, I'd be okay. Like a couple of years ago, I'd be like, bro, you're fucking.
Nah, for sure, man. And I
Crazy.
think that's normal because like you didn't have your shit together like you do now. And
Correct.
you're what, 26?
Yeah, I'll be 27 this year.
Yeah, so you'll be 27. Like, bro, I was a fucking loser when I was 25, 26, 27. I got braces when I was 28. I didn't know what I was doing. I mean, I knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't know what I was going to do. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
What I'm doing now is what I've always wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
But it was more of a pipe dream, right? Like I knew eventually it would come, but like when would it come? And you know, comparison is a thief of joy. I'm looking at all my other friends, whether they had shows or they were in relationships and they had better jobs, and I'm making $400 a week. And I'm like, fuck, man, so-and-so is doing this good, this well. And they have this girlfriend that's now their wife and they have kids. Yeah, I know I kind of went off there, but like for me, personal goal, you know, my 2025 goal was to compete in jiu-jitsu. So knock
Check
that
that
off
off the list.
right
We need a
away.
new goal.
Bro, I randomly be having baby fever too.
Damn, you're gonna go fucking. You're gonna find somebody, obviously.
Nah,
Or are you
but
gonna
I'm not
go-
gonna do that. I'm not just gonna pop 1 or 2 out with some random. Like that's what I be telling my family when I
With
go
some
back home. Yeah, bro, because like so every time I go back home for the holidays,
Yeah.
like I meet like not my parents, but when I go and see other family members, they're like, "Yo, Nick, when are you having a kid?" Or I'm like, "Yo, a kid I can have." Like, no problem. Who I have the kid with is gonna be the problem, and I don't want to be one of those guys that just has like multiple baby mamas and shit like that. Like, I want to find one. I want to find a wife.
Correct.
Or be a mother. Does that make sense?
That's step one. Yes.
Yeah. Let's
Yes.
find that. If you're out there, I mean, come on. Like, what are we doing? I could provide, protect, perform. Maybe not perform, but you know, you get 2 out of 3. That's good. 66%.
Have you seen? Well, I mean, the future literally would be bright with this guy.
Yeah.
You and futures.
Yeah. I mean, come on, bro.
Yeah.
I do perform when it comes to that.
Yeah.
You know,
Right future.
30 to 1s, 12 to 1s. We give you all the odds.
Oh my god.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I definitely want to have a family. That's like a personal goal for sure. I want to have a family. I don't want to just have kids or like I want to have the 1+1.
Right.
I think that'd be dope.
+1 with a kid.
Yeah, I don't want to be in my 40s going to your barbecues with your family and you have your kids.
Bro, it's a game changer.
I pull up by myself and I'm like, yo, George, where the bitches at? Like, no, that would not be not be cool. I would never want to do that. There's so many things that I get invited to. Bro, there's so many things that I get invited to that, like, since I don't have a girlfriend, I don't go to them. Because I'm not trying to go, like, all my friends in Vegas, they all have someone, right? So like when I get invited to shit, I'm like, I gotta hit up Shane and be like, yo, are you going to this? Because like I don't want to just be by myself.
I feel it.
It's weird. Like everyone's together. Like I don't want to be. We're at that age, at least for me, my thinking. I don't want to do that. So definitely want to have a family. What's really interesting about this conversation and having it on the pod is, I don't know if you feel this way, because I don't know. How long have you been creating content?
I've been creating content since 2019.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 2015 for me. And like, I feel like, bro, there's some people that have been listening to me from the beginning. It's like they've legit seen me grow up.
Yeah, I know. That's
so it's crazy to think of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be wild to see that evolution happen. Like I've never had a girlfriend while having content. Just haven't had like a significant other. I'm like, yo, this is my lady.
Yeah, that's gonna be a crazy evolution there for the people to see.
Yeah, that's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be nuts. I'm gonna have to backtrack on some stories that I'll be sharing sometimes. Cause now I'm like, yo, I don't have a girlfriend, so I can't get in trouble.
Correct.
When I get one, it's gonna be like, hey, pipe down.
Yeah, but you're not that bad, dude.
No, I know.
Yeah. You could be way worse.
Could be way worse. I just feel that everything could be way, way worse if you ask me. A life goal would probably be to the show 5 days a week, man. I would say that's the content and show goal.
Yeah.
It's 5 days a week to have that. And then personal, like I said, a family. And then life goal and show goal, I think, tie into the same.
Yeah. For me, for this show, a goal that I have since I'm over the socials is to get us to the 10K mark on TikTok. That's always been the main thing. We're like creeping at 16K on Instagram right now. So I think just hitting some of the milestones that I had said, I think the last time we did a question similar to this where, yeah, bro, if you don't do these types of episodes and check-ins, because we've definitely grown significantly in just a year of me not being with sticky paws and honestly being
having
able
you
to
fully like committed to this show. It's not even a year, honestly, bro. It's like September.
hasn't.
September will be a year.
Correct.
Like I know you made your appearances in the past, but September was like, yo, George, let me throw you some extra, and
we're rolling
you
out
to have an expanded role. So yeah, that's gonna be fun to see, man. I love these questions, bro. I feel like this is a good place to wrap up. We'll be back next week. Make sure you guys have submitted. I mean, at the time you're listening to this, hopefully you guys submitted your picks for the contest.
Had to have.
March Madness. Yeah, because it'll be over.
Facts, bro.
You might have like 20 minutes by the time you hear this episode to get your picks in.
Yeah, if you spend longer than 15 to 20 minutes making your bracket, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Just click a team, bro.
Click a team.
Click a team.
Don't nobody know nothing.
Take the chalk this year is what I've been hearing a lot of people say, but I'm going to tell you what, I hear the same shit every fucking year.
Yeah.
That's it.
Play the chalk. All things Veterans Minimum are at Veterans Minimum. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, review, comment, 5-star, tag us, tweet us, the whole nine. All things Veterans Minimum are at Veterans Minimum. George?
At Mr. George Carmona is where you can find me.
You got to plug something.
I got to plug the Ride for Riches video, which is out right now. It's down. I commented it on this video. If you're watching on YouTube, go watch it on YouTube. Ride, the number 4, Riches. Came out on the Pin and Pull YouTube channel. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think. Peace.
In his element, I'm a gold medalist, bronze like your medal is. So many deer in headlights, but it's bedtime. Hear that supper bell, main course, be the venison.
Dab. Most dangerous game. Either kill or be killed.